Hi YouTube, James here. Thought I'd take this opportunity to do a little bit of a VR to Chris's video, Dunhillmoments, about my first pipe, which I happen to be smoking at the moment. It's a very tiny little basic pipe, and it's actually made in France, and it's called a nipper, and I bought this in a little second-hand market, only a few pounds, just because I like the grain of the briar. I knew nothing about pipes, and I thought, well, something drew me to it, and I thought I'm going to have that. So I got it, and I did nothing with it. I didn't clean it up or anything. I had it must have had it for 12 months or so, and I thought, when I was looking at it again, I thought, perhaps I ought to try some tobacco in it. And I thought to myself, well, what to try? What does one put in a pipe these days? This is when I thought to myself, well, perhaps I'll do some research. I went on online, looked at a few sites, and the first tobacco I came across that appealed to me because of my sweet tooth was some Baron's vanilla cream. So that's what I bought, and proceeded to try to smoke in this pipe. And after several months of tongue bite and lots of wasted tobacco, I just about managed to get the hang of it, and managed to enjoy it. And then I thought, if I enjoy this, I'll perhaps look for some more pipes and maybe try some different tobaccos. You know the story. So there we are, my first pipe, my little French nipper. Very, very basic. It's actually quite nice for flakes. At the moment I've got just a little bit of Eramore mixture in there just to give it a fire up. I've not smoked this for quite some time, and it's actually alright. Draws pretty good. And it's this little pipe that was responsible for me taking up the hobby, and I've had many enjoyable smokes since. I think everybody has a period where they obviously it takes a while to get used to the thing, and I found fairly shortly afterwards, after buying a few more pipes, that there are other things about ease of the draw and all the rest of it, and the bowl size and different tobaccos and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's really did start a bit of a voyage of discovery, shall I say. So that's that. Whilst I'm on, I thought I could just share with you something that I've experienced recently at work. One of my colleagues has decided to try and stop smoking cigarettes, and he had a fairly reasonable habit of smoking maybe 10 to 15 roll-ups a day, and decided that it would be a good idea to try and give that up, and so has started to try these electric e-cigarettes. And the first I realised this was when I came down, and as I thought he was just smoking normally, I saw a small blue glow at the end of his cigarette, and I thought, hang on a minute, that's not quite right, and all became clear. But quite interestingly, although I presume these e-cigarettes deliver a kick of nicotine quite effectively, there's still something that is lacking from these things, because interestingly, over the past few days since he's given up, he's not happy at all, and he's just not getting the same sort of satisfaction from the e-cigarette at all, and he's getting increasingly grumpy and rather agitated, and it's really quite shocking the sort of effect even somebody that doesn't smoke particularly heavily, the effect of them stopping in a short space of time. So, being a pipe smoker, I thought, well, quite an obvious thing to suggest is that he tried to smoke a pipe, and I thought it was quite a sensible suggestion, but my suggestion was greeted with well, let's say not very complimentary remarks, and it was the same old story. Oh, this pipe smoking is for old men, and I couldn't possibly, it's not for me. I did try to encourage a trial period, and I said, I've got plenty of pipes, you can loan a pipe and see how you get on, and you can smoke a fairly hefty tobacco so you get your required hit of nicotine, but to no avail, I'm afraid. He's definitely not going to try at all. I tried a couple of times to encourage him again, but to no avail. And he seems completely dead against it. So I personally think that's an avenue of not so much a cure, because I don't think you need to be cured, but I think it would be an easier way to perhaps reduce your smoking. But yeah, so I thought it was rather a shame that he wasn't prepared to give it a go. So I just wondered if you'd had any similar experiences, and whether you knew anybody that had. Well, actually, in fact, I know there are YouTube pipe presenters that have indeed been previous cigarette smokers, or perhaps still are occasionally, but do smoke the pipe more often. So, and I know that they, obviously they've taken up the hobby and have enjoyed it, and it's been, quite a successful way of reducing, smoking cigarettes. So yeah, if you've got any views or comments or experiences of that nature, that would be quite interesting to hear. But unfortunately, my colleague doesn't seem to be convinced, and I shall keep on trying. But I don't think he will take up the pipe. But I feel sure that it would help. So I think that's about it. Just a quick one from me tonight. So until next time, keep the pipes puffing and keep the cameras rolling. Good night, chaps.